Okay, are you ready? I'm probably getting ready to say something that somebody on YouTube never should say, but I like this set. If you don't want to hear me talk negative about it, though, you probably want to click out now. So, stick around to hear what I don't like about this set. Now, in all seriousness, I do actually really like this set. Honestly, it seems like I like it more than most people, but there are some things about it that are just a little bit disappointing. So, this is the Hot Wheels Premium Jay Leno's Garage set, if you've not seen it. Something that I really didn't expect to find in my stores for probably another couple of weeks or so, but I did. I've actually had this for, I think, a couple of weeks now. Just now getting around to being able to review it. So let's go ahead and just get this thing open and check out some of the cars inside. Okay, so first things first. This background is a recreation of Jay Leno's garage, or at least I think it is. Definitely somebody's garage. And it might be just a little bit dark, but I still think it's a pretty nice background. Definitely gives the vibes that these lamps are lighting it up. I think that's why they made it so dark. So, you know, it kind of has that low light showroom ambiance, I guess, and it suits the vehicles pretty well. So let's just go ahead and go down the line here of the vehicles we have in this set. We have the 1955 Mercedes-Benz Transport. Here we go. Let's see. I'm really not sure how to pronounce this. I didn't want to look it up ahead of time because I want y'all just to be able to laugh at me. But I think it's Blaues Wunder. Blaues Wunder. And I'm not going to try some fake accent with that. But either way, it's a pretty interesting transport. I don't think we've ever had this before. If we have, I've not seen it. Looks pretty nice. If you compare it to the actual truck, then the colors maybe just a little bit off. But, you know, I'm not real worried about that. Badging on the side's pretty cool. Wheels are okay. Has an interesting ramp here. I'll say some of the cars don't really fit on it all that great. Like this Mustang doesn't really fit on there, which is disappointing. I think the GT doesn't really fit on there either. They're just a little bit wide for it. And honestly, I don't think the tank car fits on there either. Yeah. So right off the bat, all of the cars in this set don't fit on this transport truck, which kind of sucks, just to be honest with you. However, I noticed in looking at pictures for this set, just kind of doing a little bit of research, that the picture or the car that I saw on it the most was this car right here, which is from the Jay Leno 5-pack that we had, I believe, last year. But it fits on there like a dream. So, you know, if that's something you're interested in, definitely, you know, something that you would see pictures of that you would have seen on the show. If you have this car, then it definitely fits on this transport, which is pretty cool. Just stinks that none of the other cars that came with it fit on there. You know, I don't know why they couldn't have just made this a little bit wider so the other cars that came with it would at least fit on there. You know, kind of stinks. That way you're not having to buy, oh wait, maybe that's why they did it. So you'll have to buy other cars. Either way, kind of a minor thing. I don't know how many people, you know, are honestly buying it to do that with anyway, but something I would have liked, so there you go. Only other thing I don't really care about this, it's cool that they have these spare tires up under here, but like, you barely can see them the way they've done it. I think that part should have been a little bit wider too. I'm not sure why they did that way. But like on the actual truck, the wheels are sticking out right here pretty good. You can see them quite a bit. And I mean, if you're not just looking right in there, you can't even tell they're there. And that's a shame because it's a really nice detail and you can tell they've put a lot of work into it. It's just, you know, the way they've designed the body, you can't see it very good, especially if you're not looking at it like straight from the side, you know. So rear end looks pretty cool. I'm not sure. Almost looks like it comes off of another vehicle. But either way, I like the truck. It's unique. I do wish they'd, you know, done these two things. Made it a little bit wider here, probably a little bit wider here, and it would have been fantastic. But interested to see if we'll see this again and what they actually do with it. Okay, so moving on to the Jay Leno tank car. I know a lot of people aren't really fans of this casting. I kind of am. I think I'm more a fan of the idea of it. The execution, you know, I'll have to say, not that great, really. I mean, if we're being honest. Looks a little bit cheap. Honestly, it feels a little bit cheap compared to the other cars here. I like that they tried to do it. I can appreciate it. It does have some good points. But I think, you know, I don't know what they could have done differently, really. It may just be one of those things that you're just better off not doing, or maybe not doing in this scale. I don't know. I bought several of these because I wanted one to open, and I've got one to open and several extras just because I thought it was a cool car, cool idea. In real life, this is a really, really cool thing. So it's nice to be able to have that representation of it. I just think as a casting overall, it's maybe a little bit lackluster, and you can see that in the sales. This just wasn't flying off the shelves. This still sets on some pegs in some of the stores I go to, so it kind of is what it is, unfortunately. I have a feeling this is kind of the showstopper for this set. And to be honest with you, it is a really nice looking car. I expected to like the Shelby more, but once I actually saw the set and got it, this thing's just clean. Really, really nice. The black definitely pops. It's probably got fingerprints all over it where I've been handling it, but red racing stripes definitely look good against it. And for a black car, this body, you can still see a lot of the details. It's just so chiseled, I guess. Headlights for Tampos look really good here. We have the Ford badging. Really just absolutely has an exotic look to it. Wheels I'm not super crazy about. I think I just have something here, yet another set of wheels I kind of have something against. I just would have preferred seeing something else. Not the end of the world, but I don't know what I would like better there. Kind of interesting size difference there, which I guess is probably accurate, but kind of when you get it in hand, it feels maybe a little bit off. It doesn't look off, just kind of feels off when you're holding it. Rear end, we have tail lights. Really cool looking exhaust. License plate here. Not a whole lot else to say about it. I guess we could look at the engine detail here. That's not too bad. So interior you can see quite a bit of, which is nice. Overall, a really good looking casting. So probably my favorite out of the set. Just going to go ahead and spoil that for you. And I have a feeling it's a lot of y'all's favorite too. So really nice. Probably something that you'll see a lot of on eBay, and probably you'll see a lot of the other loose cars because people are buying the set just for this one. So pretty interesting pickup there. And last, we have the Ford Shelby GT350R. Really awesome car in real life, and that's maybe one of the things that kind of holds this set back. Obviously, Hot Wheels is super into JDM. A lot of Hot Wheels fans are into JDM. Not saying there's not some muscle fans or some modern car or some Euro people out there, because there definitely are, but if you've been around Hot Wheels at all, you know that JDM is just the hot item, and I like JDM too, nothing against it. Also a muscle car fan, and modern muscle too. But this car right here, it's really great. If you've not had a chance to check it out, be sure to check that out. Jay Leno even has a pretty nice video, I think, on YouTube just of this car. So I think there's like 35, 37 of these made, something like that. This is a pretty good representation of it. I don't mind the wheel choice here. It's okay. Nice metal flake in this white paint. Although I think it kind of throws me a little bit. It doesn't pop as much as, say, like the Honda Integra that we had recently that was just like a plain, like popping white. Kind of dulls down the finish just a little bit. And that may be accurate to the real car, I don't know. But as far as this casting goes, it kind of gives it just a little bit more of a dull look. Blue racing stripes look nice on it. Interior's pretty simple. Not a whole lot to say there. Rear end, they did a pretty good job with the taillights, although I will say they look maybe a little bit bright. Not a real big deal. Go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. See, we have the Cobra badging there on the back and on the grill, if I can hold my hand still long enough. Really good job with the headlights here too, I think, and the turn signals. Overall, a really nice looking casting. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it at all. It's just, when you put it side by side with this one, I think this one maybe wins out just a little bit. I don't know. They both kind of have their strong points. But either way, two really nice castings you get in here. If you're a Ford fan, if you're a modern, kind of exotic race car or modern muscle fan, definitely worth looking into. Unfortunately, I do think they should have put something else in here rather than tank car. My choice probably would have been this Mercedes, just for the simple fact that it does fit on the transport truck. And, although this kind of does have its own following, it's not as popular as a lot of other castings, but I would just about guarantee you that it's more popular than the tank car, at least in the Hot Wheels world. So You know, I think that probably would have been a little bit better and probably a little bit more well received. So, you know, I think a lot of people have just kind of been a little bit disappointed in this set. I guess I am in a way, more because of the transport deal and kind of the quality of this casting here. But these two make up for it. Definitely not disappointed that I bought it. If you're on the fence, just go ahead and pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. You can always return it, you know, or resell it and get most of your money back, if not all your money back. So, you know, what do you have to lose? Definitely worth a try, especially if you're a Ford fan. So if you like this unboxing and review video, be sure to check out this other one up here that YouTube thinks you'll like. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our other videos. We appreciate you watching. Hope you're having a good weekend. Happy holidays and happy hunting.